An Inconvenient Truth. I didn't want to see this movie when it came out. I mean, I believed in global warming. I knew about the ice melting. I knew about the seas rising. I knew about the climate change. I knew how dangerous all that was. But I just didn't want to go see a lecture on it. I didn't even want I didn't even want to choose the title of this movie as a theme for backstory. Usually around Memorial Day we do some kind of war movie or something. But okay, so if you're not familiar with backstory, and some of you I think who are here with us tonight may not really know about backstory, what we do here's what it is. There's a lot of really great storytelling shows going on around the country and around the city right now. On the radio, you've got The Moth, you've got Snap Judgment here in Los Angeles. We've got the Rogue Machine's wonderful Rant and Rave on the West Side. We've got Pablo Mars's Tell It in Mid-City. And they're all people telling true personal stories around a theme, and they're all wonderful. So when we at the Victory Theater decided that we wanted to do one, we decided that we wanted to mix it up a little bit and add fiction and poetry into the mix. And because we're a theater, we thought that it would be a good idea to make the theme each time the title of a classic movie or play. And then the participants for the night could riff on the themes of that movie or play, or on the characters, or just on the words of the title. When we did Cat in a Hot Tin Roof, Alex Stein told a story about his cat. And we usually get one person to tell the backstory of one of the characters in the movie or play. So, An Inconvenient Truth. It's not a classic movie or play. There's no characters to do a backstory of. It was our co-producer Adele Slaughter's idea to use this one, you know, because May and Earth Day is in May, and it's spring and all that. And the words of the title, forgetting what the movie's even about, are a good prompt for a story or a poem. So Lori and I, the other producers, said, hey, yeah, good idea. And so because I'm the host for the night, I got to go out and rent the movie and finally watch it. And still, I couldn't get myself to do that until last Thursday. And it was exactly what I thought it would be. Basically a PowerPoint lecture with a few down-home moments with Al and his personal political life that kind of pull at your heartstrings and let you know what a wonderful guy he is. And I knew all that already too. So here's my inconvenient truth after watching the movie. I don't involve myself in movements, campaigns, or causes. I don't donate, I don't march, I don't even get into discussions or debates with my friends about issues. And I have a lot of shame about that because on one hand is laziness, on another apathy, another helplessness, another despair. And a lot of my friends, the people I hold in the highest regard, my wife included, really do it. And I look up to those people like gods inhabiting a temple I'll never even be able to aspire to. Me, the farthest I go is my own backyard. Lori and I, we drive fuel-efficient cars, we recycle, we compost, use energy-efficient appliances. We've got solar panels on our roof, we conserve water, we've got our house weatherized. I do good work in the world, bringing live theater and storytelling to millions of children. I try to be there for my family and the people close to me. And so in a way, what I'm trying to do right now is apologize in front of you for not doing more. Or just confess that I don't do more, or I'm just making excuses for not doing more, because inside of myself, it doesn't make any difference. I know I'm not gonna do more. My friends, my family, my own backyard. That's what I'm capable of. But I watched the movie, And what I can do here now is tell you about my favorite part, the credits, because they're really cool. Because the way they were, you'd see produced by whatever, and then the letters would kind of disappear, but a couple letters would stay, and then they'd get recycled into a line from a message that goes throughout the whole thing, and it's kind of a cool message. So I'm gonna read you that message because it's not that long, and the first thing it says is, "Are you ready to change the way you live?" And the last thing it says is, "Encourage everyone you know to see this movie." And in between, it says stuff like, "The climate crisis can be solved. Here's how to start. You can reduce your carbon emissions. In fact, you can even reduce your carbon emissions to zero by energy efficient appliances, light bulbs, change your thermostat and use clock thermostats to reduce energy for heating and cooling, weatherize your house, increase insulation, get an energy audit, recycle. If you can, buy a hybrid car. When you can, ride a bike or walk. Where you can, use light rail and mass transit. Tell your parents not to ruin the world that you live in. If you are a parent, join with your children to save the world they will live in. Switch to renewable sources of energy. Call your power company to see if they offer green energy. If they don't, ask them why not. Vote for leaders who pledge to solve this crisis. Write to Congress. If they don't listen, run for Congress. Plant trees, lots of trees. Speak up in your community. Call radio shows and write to newspapers. See, now those are mostly backyard stuff. That's the kind of stuff that I do. So now it goes on to say, for the rest of you, join international efforts to stop global warming. Reduce our dependence on foreign oil. Help farmers grow alcohol fuels. Raise fuel economy standards. Require lower emissions from automobiles. Learn as much as you can about the climate crisis and put your knowledge into action. And almost at the end is my favorite part. And I've got to preface it by saying that something else I don't do is pray. It says, if you believe in prayer, pray that people will find the strength to change. In the words of the old African proverb, when you pray, move your feet.